Alrighty. Let's see. I feel like I can hear myself. Am I? Hello? Oh yeah, it's coming from my monitor. Alright. Well, so Grayzone Warfare, one of my favorites. I've been following this game before it was released in pre-alpha. It's kind of what I always wanted in terms of an open world tactical game. I always thought Breakpoint or Wildlands was a really good kind of foundation, but I kind of wanted more in mechanics. Um, and I never really got that from those games from Ubisoft. It was very arcadey in terms of the logistics, but things like Arma or Squad kind of puts me off as well because then it gets too complicated with the logistics. There's not really a sweet spot. I want to be able to forage for ammo and equipment and medicine and stuff like that. But I don't want to have to divulge a couple hours of setting up a respawn point or kind of like a restocking point while I'm trying to enjoy the battlefield. And I think Grayzone kind of blends it in properly, kind of coming up with the lore of you're a PMC soldier operating on a Southeast Asian island, um, and you're fighting for control against other PMCs, local militia, the local military, and you're just trying to gather as much territory and space and resources as possible to put your faction in the best possible scenario. Um, for the last three major updates, I have been religiously with Crimson International, just because where their base is located, it's pretty close um, to the next upcoming um, POIs when you're going through the tasks. So it was very easy and quick for me to progress, and I feel like it's like the best um low like best compound located on the map. Um, but haven't opened this game in a minute. I'm just waiting for shaders are already compiled. Nice. All right, so let's dive into it. So Warfare is PvP, Joint Ops is PvE. I love that they make that distinction. I always do Joint Ops. I didn't really buy this game to do PvP. I really enjoy the PvE aspects of this game. So it's it's nice to see that a game like this has developers targeting towards a PvE audience, and it definitely did pay off in dividends. As of right now, with the rise in Battlefield 6, excuse me, coming out, this game is slowly dwindling. It's still technically pre-alpha, and so the major updates come once every 6 months. So come November, we are due for another major update. But for now, it's gone through a lot of trials and tribulations, and I'm pretty happy with where it's like come back to. Um, it's it's really nice. I like it. I always like to just touch over my graphics, make sure that I'm putting myself in the best possible position moving forward. I have everything locked to 120, so it's perfect. Uh, Pretty much everything's at medium, and I'm running DLSS. That looks good. Game controls. Alright, all my controls are doing good. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, so this is your basically your hub, your character icon. So you have equipment slots, so you have slots for different helmets, glasses, goggles, a face mask if you wanted to, your primary, which we'll get into, different types of ear pro. They do matter what kind of ear pro that you get. And they do affect on how you take in audible information in the battle space. Your armor or tactical rig. Sometimes armor is separated to a chest rig that has no armor, just a magazine carrier. K-bar is your universal and your sidearm. Backpack, belt. Your TAS is your security container, which is located deep in the rectum, and then your pockets on your pants. Each slot, like each storage container, your backpack, belt, TA, your secure container, TS, your pockets, they have quick slots, and I try to separately contain each one for types of things. Typically, I'll keep cash and medical supplies in my pockets, and I'll keep food in my belts. I know it's kind of weird, but how I have everything binded to my keyboard, it's just a lot easier that way. I keep most important things are keys in this game, which allows you to explore the world and stashes and whatnot. And then I keep a med kit in my plate carrier, standard operating. Plate carrier, usually you keep it on your belt, but I keep it in my chest rig because if you're looking to operate on your buddies and provide them assistance in giving them medical assistance, you have to keep a med kit in your plate carrier. That's just the game mechanic. It forces you to put that in there. But for the most part, I run a very bare bones kit, nothing too crazy. I can go crazy with it just because of how much stuff I have in there. God, I have a lot of stuff. You do have mortars in this game. We'll get into that. But for the most part, I run a CQB length M4 with a 1:6 times LPVO, a PEC 15, 20 round mag for quicker reloads, carry extra ammo in my backpack, and just, my build this build is pretty much the same build I've been rocking ever since I've played the game. It's gone through some different variants, but the different parts, the different attachments, different gunsmithing parts like the gas block, the rail, the barrel length, the charging handle, the grip. They all play into a role on how effective this weapon can be, the potential of how effective the weapon can be, and so yeah, that's really what I run. You can dabble with different platforms. You have vendors, which you can access, see all the different helmets, night vision, ear pro, hats, masks, plate carriers and armor, backpacks, belts, containers for different stuff, trackers, which are helpful for PvP, but that's really nothing special. Gunny, he's your weapons expert. You can build a whole platform from scratch, how you want it. It's gotten a little restrictive in the last coming updates. It used to be a lot more free, but people, people have things they like to build, and they try not to break away from what they like, and that didn't fall well with the developers. They wanted people to branch out into different platforms and different calibers, and so they locked away most of the free gunsmithing stuff, which kind of irritated me because I like gunsmithing and I like to build guns from scratch instead of buying the pre-builds. But lab rats, your medic, artisan, she gives you access to like the bare bones Cold War era AK platforms, like Somali AKs, Mason guns, SKSs, Dragunov SVD, which is personally my favorite right now. You can trick this thing out to make it look super dope. Everyone has like a bare bones weapon, and then there's different parts, platforms, chassis where you can elevate them into a pretty modern, nice rig. Turncoat, he's your expert on modern AK builds, modern AK 74, 47 platforms, and 105 platforms. Um, and Banshee, he's your CIA guy. 300 blackout for the MCX, 5.1, uh, or 4.6, 5.1 P90, 4.6 by 30. The MP7, the M700 variants. He's your guy. He's your go-to guy for that kind of stuff. Vulture, he's well, true to his name, he collects guns from the battlefield from fallen soldiers. So whenever you die and you can't get back to you have essentially when you die, you have one opportunity, one life to get back to your gear to collect it. And if you die in that second run to go after your original gear, then it's gone for good, and you have to re-kit with a fresh new kit. And that lost kit, Vulture picks up and he sells it on his market for like a 200% upcharge. But yeah, I really love this game. I think the mechanics were really well balanced in the sense that like it's not too arcadey where you can just walk in front of a dead body and scavenge ammo like you could in a lot of different games. You actually have to like search bodies for and break down weapons for parts and ammo and stuff like that. You have to actually scavenge resources and food, or you can buy them. The economy in the game is decent. It's not broken. It's not in the favor of you. You actually got to put in work, which I kind of like. You have access to night vision. These cases are storages because if you're gonna need storage. You're gonna need storage. I have different ammo crates for different ammos, guns. This is like my sub guns. 300 blackout, 5.56. These are my big boys. My SVDs I mentioned. This is like a tricked out SVD, which I like to rock. I hoard. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna shy from it. I hoard a lot, and so I always make sure that I prepare myself, put myself in the best possible position, moving forward. It kind of sucks knowing that every 6 months there's a massive wipe that just wipes away your storage and you start from scratch. You start from level 1. But yeah, that's enough talking. Let's get out of here. Let's see what I want to do. Do I have ammo for everything I need? Let me just top up on pretty much everything. Good on that. Good on that. Good on that. Cool. Okay. This is your map. The yellows identify as landing zones. Blue triangles are cops, a forward outpost. A lot of people in the KV village. Let's just go to KV for old time's sake. Let's do Charlotte.
Roger. Raven is in the air and heading to base camp.
There's a cool little, weapons.
This is Raven arriving shortly near your position. ETA 30 seconds.
I forgot how I have my stuff laid out, but there's cool stuff that you can do. There's no fast travel of any kind except for when you die, you can restart your life at a nearby top triangle icons that I pointed out. That's my ride.
Raven on station, ready to pick you up. Ready up, we're taking off.
Your ear pro, you can lower down your outside volume so you can hear yourself think. These helicopters allow the game audio is loud and realistic, which I like. Having these modifiers for your pro is nice as well as very realistic. But yeah, this map is just pretty, man. It's very pretty. There are this game technically, still isn't pre-alpha. At some point, it's going to turn into an excuse of why they aren't really optimizing this game. But for the most part, this game's been out for just over, let's say, damn near 2 years, a little over 2 years. And so, they can still use the excuse of being in pre-alpha for a little bit longer, just because of how big or how small the team is. Excuse me, it's not that big of a team, but they got some guys. Got one there. Got nobody. So perception is very, it's decent. Enemies can't perceive you in daylight from far away, so it's best to be, very, very cautious and keep your wits about you. Yeah. They will hear you walk. They'll hear you, just as like you can kind of hear people walk. The enemy AI can hear you walk, and if you kill somebody and they see it in their line of sight, then, they'll get on the offensive and start, trying to hunt you down. There are times where like the enemy will try to flank and try to call for backup. If you pop them a couple times and they don't go down, then they try to rush to the nearest point of cover, which I like. It's very realistic. You just have to keep your wits about you. My only gripe about this game is, oh shit. My only gripe about this game is that the enemy spawn points are the same. Like they don't deviate. It's the same spawn points for every enemy AI. And I wish they would adopt a more randomly generated approach, kind of like how Ready or Not or 6 Days in Fallujah do. They have randomly generated spawn points. And I wish they would adopt a similar method. Oh my gosh. But it is whatever. Like that's the only, like when you play this game for a long time, you kind of know where all the enemies are, and it kind of takes the fun out of it. Because you know where everyone's coming from, and you know exactly where to look. No one's in Marketplace yet, which is nice. Alright, let's go and creep in. Oh yeah, he's there. No grenades, okay. No problem. One's on the railings above me. Oh no. Okay, so he's right above me. Oh my god, what the hell? I'm hearing something crazy right now. Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I ran out of ammo. Holy fuck. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Okay, come on, come on. What do you want? See what you got, asshole. You rat bastard. Alright, so this is a good little thing, so oh, we got bad guys down below us. Okay, no worries. I don't know where you're at, but I know you're down there. I think you might have needed that guy, but you know, in this area, yes, you might be on the same team because we're blue. He can't shoot me, I can't shoot him. But you know, we are contractors. He's in it for his own personal gain. I'm in it for mine. You know, that's just the way of the world. You know, that's why you want to like really meet up with friends and you know play as a team. But you know, it is what it is. You know, can't really escape that. One's in it for themselves. This game with a stack, with like a knowledgeable stack, it's a fun time. It's a fun time for everybody. Anything for good old Psy? Anything? This guy's still here following me. I don't like that. You really just gonna mooch off of me, my guy? That's alright. I got 700,000. He's definitely broke as shit. Spawn tequila. So tequila, like liquor, is a form of like treasure, or like it's part of it's a sellable item. And the cool thing about it, it kind of gives like a better character to each of the vendors, like Gunny and all those guys. They have like things that they like, so specific types of loot, can be sold to specific people, specific vendors, for an increased financial bonus. So, for example, Handshake, the guy who sells, armor and helmets and shit like that, he likes intel. So, any cameras, intel folders, laptops, he'll give you an extra, little boost for selling to him. Gunny likes liquor in true American fashion. And Handshake, she likes, what does she like? She likes cell phones. She likes cell phones. So Handshake likes cell phones. What am I missing? The other female artisan, she likes credit cards. Take her shopping. She likes credit cards a lot. Turncoat, he's a big fan of jewelry. And then Banshee, he's also an intel nut. He likes intelligence. So any type of intel, cameras, stuff like that, he'll take. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this game, for all intents and purposes, is not for, like, people with budget PCs. I kind of hate that, because you shouldn't be, in a nice and fair world, you shouldn't really be restricted the games you play based on how much money you can throw at building a PC, and I hate that concept of having a pay-to-play, but it really is. In this particular case, you really need to invest in for as of right now, I don't know about the next generation consoles, but you really have to invest heavily in good PCs moving forward. And I can only imagine the price of next-gen consoles where they're trying to emulate PCs essentially and play games like this. Those consoles are going to go from like what it used to be like $500-$600 to almost $1,000. And it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. And then at that point, if consoles ever get... Those guys. Oh, he's at the lumberyard. That's why it's so loud. But, at that point in time, if consoles ever get to like $1,000, you might as well just save up another $1,000 for a gaming PC. Like, there's no point. There's no point. But, let's see, we'll try to go to another POI. I kind of want to head to...
Exfil confirmed. Raven en route to Charlie 2.
It's sad a little bit. I hate saying that, but for a game like this, it's such a graphically dependent, game. You can't run it on anything. You can't run it smoothly on anything that's like, I want to say like 5 years. Maybe not 5. No, not 5 years. Like 3 years, or older than 3 years. It's just not possible anymore.
Raven reporting. I'm on my way. ETA, 30 seconds. Go! Get ready, we're moving out.
But yeah, I mean, even for like a game like this where it's constantly being optimized and there's updates going on all the time, you know, for my system, it's still, you know, bugging here and there. Like I'm able to get, you know, a constant, you know, rate of, you know, 120, 140 frames, which is more than enough for a game like this. Whenever I enter the menu, that slowly dips, you know, half of it. My frames begin to, like, you know, struggle. I don't know why, but that's just how it's optimized right now. Slowly but surely they'll fix that, and it's just a matter of time. I would hate for the amount of support that it's gotten and the amount of money that they've gotten, that they just see that as kind of like a cushion to take a back seat from continually optimizing the game properly. That would kill the movement for this game, and that would just break my heart.
Get ready. 30 seconds.
So we're gonna prep for the airfield. It's a pretty open-end compound. It's not tightly quartered like the starting village like KV. It's pretty much out in the open, separated. There's two components. There's a isolated hangar and the main hangar, main terminal. Excuse me. I always like to take the isolated terminal and take as many guys out from across the airfield as possible. Luckily, one of our teammates has secured Falcon Cop, so I can head over there, change my loadout, change my kit, and yeah, I can tackle this this POI with a little bit of ease. This is your cop. Your cop is dictated by the flag. You got a blue flag, it's friendly. Purple flag or red flag, it's bad. Cop's already captured. Right. Honestly, I need to sell some things. This is just not a good look. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and sell. So guns, ammo. I don't need this charging handle. Yeah. Don't need FMJ, don't need HPT. Okay. Don't need this. Is this a good plate? Inspect, that's 100%. Don't want to use that. These are all 100%, so let me go to my used. Got anything nice that's used? It's my MP7 kit. Use my MP7 kit, I don't like that. Alright, we will put this aside for now. I don't know why I had this. Why? Whatever. Yeah. So, the plate carrier takes the form of armor as well because there are armor plates inside there. If you inspect it, you can see exactly level, 3++ doesn't really exist, level 4. But yeah, it's at 87% durability, so it's more than enough to satisfy my needs for this op. We are going to put away said backpack. Actually, we'll keep the backpack. I do want to just get rid of a whole bunch of the stuff. You can see it down and below in the left-hand corner, my hydration and energy. That's also taken into account. You don't die if you're low on energy. You will die from lack of hydration, as you would in real life. So we're gonna take an SVD with us. I'm gonna put the Glock away. Let's see. Okay. Boom. Bam. Damn, that's a long gun. But it is what it is. Alright. From there, I need SVD mags. That's gonna be up here. Yes, I'm very thorough. I know, you don't have to tell me. Thank you. I appreciate the support. And then so people, you know, you can't really put a secondary primary in this slot. That's strictly for your secondaries. So what I always do, I have a base MP7 that I will just snugly fit in the backpack. This has it has like a shorter mag. And then I'll pair my SVD ammo with, I need more ammo, so let's carry a few extra rounds. LPS should be good. I'll just use SR ammo. Right, that should be enough to tackle what I need to tackle. And then let's go ahead and eat and drink. Oh, I do need to get my med kits. Boom. Bam, boom. Alright. Now, obviously, 2 primaries is going to increase the weight, so it's going to limit my mobility. It's just the nature of the game, so you kind of really got to balance everything out accordingly, so it's just the name of the game. I will carry cash. What else can I drop weight in? I guess that's it, really. Okay. Cool. Let's change the fit. Let's change the fit. Let's see. Apparel. Rockin'. This is probably one of my favorite shirts in the game. I looking nice? No. Damn. It's always so hard to shop for this stuff. Trousers. Let's go jeans. What does that look like? Yeah, I rock that heavy. Alright, cool. Let's do it. Got 1 round in there. Go. Alright. Let's rock and roll. Oh, wait. Let me get the keys. Let me get my keys. The keys in here. No. Okay. So, every POI has, like, certain keys that they need to use. And so, I have pretty much all the POA keys. Like, these are not the POA keys. These are extra keys. IBL, POA, meeting, there we go, perfect. Right, double check, cool, good to go, let's rock and roll. Thought there was a guy there. Alrighty. So we'll first take out this isolated hangar, and then we'll find a point where we can snipe from, and start targeting the guys on the main terminal. So I'm assuming this will happen eventually, but like stealth is not really like an aspect of this game. It mostly stems from just crouching and coordinating with your teammates on how to take a POI, and then you surprise them to take over a cop. It's a lot of open air gunfighting. Stealth comes into a play where when you're at night. When you're at night and you have MVGs, the enemy doesn't have MVGs, so you kind of have a little bit of an advantage there. But this is not real life. This is these are AI enemies, and in recent in like past updates, not recent updates, but in past updates, they've been known to just see with their bare eyes in the dark and kind of laser you, which has been annoying, but yeah, it is what it is. We're just working on it. I should have brought in a grenade. Alright, here we go. Let me get a little closer. Shit. Shot my gun. Fuck. That's bad. Alright, take SUD out, now we fight. It's one down. Alright, so for the most part, these guys have not noticed. Oh, fuck. Got shot in the plate carrier. Glad that guy. It's one down. It's very satisfying. Now the bar to my top left on my screen kind of indicates how much stamina I have and how much arm strength I have for a weapon of how heavy this is. So you gotta really just take your time with it. Now, do keep in mind, as of right now, they are trying to learn where, trying to zero my position and try to keep me at bay or keep me pinned down, so that way they can flank on me. There's definitely guys to my left from the airfield that are trying to flank me, and I'm just trying to hold them back. If you crouch all the way down, actually, that's what exactly I'm about to do. I wish they would put somebody on this tower, but they never do. No one ever spawns there. It's like, it's perfect. But we can't climb ladders yet, which is unfortunate, but one day the mechanic will be in the game. There's gonna be more guys. I just take my time, going from cover to cover, trying to ensure that as when I approach this place, you know, I'm putting myself in the best position possible. Trying to make sure I'm not over peeking to my right. Hurry up, come on. Come on. There's one down over there. Anyway, oh, one down the strip. Unsuspecting. Didn't even see the chaos. I hear the chaos. What I like about this is that audio, how it expands in open air, is very realistic. You know, over longer distances, gunshots are going to sound like, you know, nature. You know, you hear little pips here and there. But over a long distance, you know, it doesn't make out to much. And so, you know, they do a good job of, you know, patrolmen or enemy patrols that are out of are out of that POI, you know, they barely hear, you know, shots coming down, especially suppressed shots. You know, obviously if you get into a massive firefight and multiple bad guys are shooting at me, you know, that accumulation of enemy fire is going to attract pretty much everybody and anybody. So you really gotta pick one. Yeah, just like that. I love the MP5, MP7, excuse me. Oh, nice. That's a good sight. Ultima, smoke grenade, nice. MP5, can I do something with that? No, I can't. Okay, whatever. Let's. I'll take the sight. Alright, now let's toss a little smoky smoke. That's not at all what I wanted, but okay. Definitely someone up top. Oh yeah, I see your ass. Oh no. It's so weird. Oh my god, come on, Sai. Be smart. Be smart, Sai. Be fucking smart. Do I only have one mag for this? Alright, whatever. He's up there. Come out. I'm the best at this. You rat bastard. This guy always sells FTE mags. Alright, I think that is the compound. Now for the good stuff. What we got? Ooh, AK-12, AK-12, PT-3, another AK-308, baby! That's good. I'll take that. I'll take that. I have no need for anything else. Let's see. Two tracers. What we got in here? We got a mask, VIP. Hey, could have been better. MA5A1, nice. We got the assault backpack. Ooh, I'll take that actually. Just, I don't know. Doesn't fit my multi-cam set. But yeah, that is a compound clear. Fucking perfect. A little wobbly with the execution butt. Just gotta stick to your guns, put your dot on target, and go to work. That's really it. It is a really nice game, and I might do more of these little solo streams moving forward. I really want to get back in this game, especially up until when Battlefield 6 comes out. I think in like a week and a half's time. I'm gonna enjoy Battlefield 6, and then I'll play Battlefield 6 religiously up until the update for this game comes out come November. October, November-ish. Well, late October. Maybe actually November. Yeah. Yeah, it's like 6 months. So yeah. This game needs like an overhaul of... It really needs that RNG factor. People can... You know, the only way I clear that base solo is because I know where all the spawn points are. I know what people are spawning from. It's not fun, especially when you run through this map like 10 times. It's still like, you know, there's still that element of motion. I shouldn't be reckless, I shouldn't be really running and gunning. But I can run and gun those POIs because I know where the enemy spawns, and it's just not... It doesn't do the game a service of being a game that kind of wants to identify as like, you know, when you step outside the wire, you know, you better lock the fuck up. You better lock in because shit can go down at any point in time. You don't want to get too complacent. And just knowing where the bad guys are, it makes you complacent. But hey, whatever. That's the nature of the game. I hope you guys liked it. I surely liked it. And yeah, hopefully we can